Good evening, Internet. The Real Shroom here. So, gonna play some standard tonight on Arena, and Final Fantasy has just released. I played a sealed league the day it came out and pulled an interesting mythic that I didn't really realize at the time how good it was, but I think it's actually quite good. So tonight we're gonna play some Boros Lightning Aggro. What is Lightning Aggro? Let's take a look. So the star of the show is Lightning Army of One. This is 3 mana for a 3/2 first strike trample lifelink. Whenever lightning deals combat damage to a player until your next turn, if a source would deal damage to that player or a permanent that player controls deals double that damage instead. So lightning is really good at getting through damage because it has trample. It also has first strike. So what this means is if lightning attacks with a group of other creatures, it's going to inflict its first strike damage before the rest of our creatures do their combat damage. And because it has trample, it's very likely that lightning will get that damage through, meaning that it will be doubling the damage of every other creature that is attacking with it in that same combat step, which I think is actually pretty good. So tonight I'm going to try to abuse this in like a go wide mobilize type shell. I figure since lightning makes everything hurt more, if we can go wide and get a lot of attackers on the board, all of those attackers are going to hurt a lot because of lightning doubling their damage, so that might be a good way to inflict lots of damage and kill our opponent. So let's go over the creatures that we're running. We are a mobilized deck, as I stated, so we're running the 3 of Stadium Headliner. We also are running Skrelv as a 3 of because we really want to be able to control combats and blocks, because we want lightning to get through for damage. We want our mobilized creatures to survive combat. So Skrelv is just a good way to ensure that creatures get through when we need them to, and also to protect our stuff from removal spells, of course. We're running a 2 of Frenzy Goblin as another piece that can control our opponent's blocks. It's a 1 mana 1/1, which isn't great, but we can pay 1 red when it attacks to make it so that a creature we choose can't block this turn, which can be critical to making sure that combats work out in our favor. Another 1-drop we're running is Cheeky House Mouse, which for its adventure side, Squeak By, is 1 mana for sorcery that gives a creature +1/+1 and makes it not able to be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater, which again can shut down favorable blocks for our opponent, making it so that lightning gets through for her damage and that the combat works out the way that we want it to. So that's it for 1-drops. For 2-drops, we're running a 1 of Shock Brigade as another mobilized piece, and a 3 of Voice of Victory, which is just a very, very good card. In general, there's so many control decks, you know, just about every deck that runs removal spells or counter spells wants to be able to play at instant speed, but the Voice of Victory makes it so that they can't do that. It's just like the best mobilized creature in Boros colors, basically. Another card that we're trying out from Final Fantasy, which is a 2-drop creature / saga enchantment, is Summon Brynhildr, which is a 2 mana for 2/1 creature. It's not great. Creature that goes away after like a couple of turns too, which isn't great, but I think that it might be worth it for the saga effects. So for the first chapter of it, it just exiles a card, and during any turn in which we put a lore counter on it, so for that turn or the next 2 turns, we can play that card as if it's from exile. So, you know, it helps us to set up a play for the turn, the following turn, or the turn after that. It draws a land out of our deck, possibly, that we can play on that turn or subsequent turns. It also, for chapter 2 and 3, makes it so that the next creature we cast gains haste this turn, which I think is really cool, because we are going to want to have haste sometimes. We're an aggro deck. We want lightning to be able to attack as soon as possible to enable its damage doubling. So having a 2 mana spell that is also an aggressively bodied creature that can provide haste to our creatures and draws us a card, it seems like it might actually be good for this deck. And because we are running also a couple of Heartflame Duelists, which just as it is a 2 mana 3/1, I like the aggressive body on this in this deck. If that damage gets doubled, that's 6 points of damage, which is a lot of damage actually. It also can double as a removal spell for its adventure side, and as a creature, it makes it so that our instant sorcery spells have lifelink. We are running a fair amount of burn in this deck because burn is actually good when it's doubled up by lightning's ability. So being able to gain like extra life off of those burn spells is going to help us a lot against aggro matchups. So we're running the Heartflame Duelist. And then because we are a mobilized deck, we are running a couple of Warleader's Calls. Only 2 because it's a 3-drop and we want to stay low to the ground. You know, we're like a 21 land deck. We don't want to overload our deck with 3-drops. So that's why there's only the 2 Warleader's Call, but it is excellent in a shell of mobilized creatures. Unfortunately, the pings from our mobilized tokens entering the battlefields won't get doubled because that happens too early in the combat step. But like the power, the damage that all of those tokens inflict in combat, if they get through, will get doubled, or to blockers, if they get blocked, will get doubled. So it is good with lightning in that respect. And then we need a bunch of interaction because we want to survive and we want our creatures to get through. We want our creatures to survive too. So we're running another spell from Final Fantasy is Restoration Magic. I just like running, 1 mana instant speed protection spells. This is kind of taking the place of Surge of Salvation in this deck. It can give any permanent hexproof and indestructible to the end of the turn for just 1 mana, which is great to blank removal spells against our Warleader's Call potentially, as well as our creatures, but we can sink more mana into it if we have it available to gain life as we provide this effect. And for 5 mana, we can actually make it so that all of our permanents get hexproof and indestructible, and we gain 6 life, but that's probably not going to happen. Most of the time, we're just going to play this for 1 mana. Occasionally, we might play it for 2 and gain 3 life as we protect our stuff. And then we've got Mishra's Research Desk as the 3-of because we want to be able to find lightning. We are like sort of a star deck, so Mishra's Research Desk is a very cheap and good way to dig for cards in decks that aren't playing blue. We got a couple of Burst Lightnings for good cheap removal that can be scaled up later in the game. We got to Get Lost. We got a couple of Sheltered by Ghosts, which is a big upside to playing Boros. This is just a really, really good card. As anyone who has played against it knows, it gives life gain to us. It's versatile removal that's cheap, gives our creatures ward. It's just very, very good. I think Sheltered by Ghost on a lightning is going to be a terror. We got 1 of Abrade. We got 3 of Lightning Helix. So that is the plan. We're going to go wide with our mobilized creatures, and all of our creatures are going to be inflicting heavy damage between lightning triggered ability and the Warleader's Calls. There's a total of 21 lands in the deck, which is enough. Our mana value is like 1.7, so it should be enough. We are getting extra draws off our Summon Brynhildr and our Mishra's Research Desk. We got a little bit of tech here. We got a couple of Dalkelvin encampments, which can, just let us tap it when we attack to add 2 extra tokens to our mobilize effects, which is great because that's kind of our game plan. We're running a couple of Amonkhet Raceways because we are an aggro deck. We should be able to get our up to max speed fairly soon with our attack steps, and the ability to give our creatures haste is great in an aggro deck. So playing a couple of those, and a 1 of Sandstorm Verge, which for 3 mana can tap to make a creature not able to block this turn, which, as we stated earlier, is good. We want to be able to control when and how and what creatures our opponents can block with. The sideboard contains 2 Doorkeeper Thralls against like ETB decks. Exercise is good against like the Black Demon decks. It's good against artifacts, enchantments, big creatures. 1 High Noon for like Core Steel Cutters. Giant Cindermaw is there against decks that want to gain life. We really don't want our opponents to gain life because we're an aggro deck, so I like having a couple of sideboard pieces to shut that down. A Surge of Salvation is just an extra protection piece, can also protect us from discard spells, which is a nice upside. 3 Rest in Peace for the graveyards, a couple of Stone Brains against combos, and like sweepers, like Temporary Lockdown is a really good card against us, and it's a very commonly played card, so that probably will be something we name a lot with a Stone Brain. Also stuff like Sunfall, Day of Judgment, that kind of stuff that makes aggro decks sad. And a couple of Wiltleaf Lieges is there against the Hopeless Nightmare decks. So that is the plan. Is this deck actually good? Can Lightning actually make a build like this, mobilize aggro, into a powerhouse, or is it just worse mice? Let's find out in Platinum tier on the ladder. And if you like off-kilter MTG content, off-meta MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. The Guy will be our first opponent. Ambitious Guy will be on the play. A 6-lander with our 21 land deck. Yeah, that's not a keepable hand, unfortunately. We have to mulligan that. Okay, that's more reasonable. We do have lightning, and we have a 1-drop we'll keep. And I think we'll bottom 1 of these Burst Lightnings. And we do get to play a 1-drop on turn 1, which is cool. Dark Slick Shores, Spyglass Siren. Okay, I think I'll offer a trade. Opponent opts not to trade. Okay, I think we'll play our Research Desk and hold up this Burst Lightning to kill the Siren if they crack their map. Dimir, you just gotta kill all their creatures. because they turn into Kaidos and they draw cards off Enduring Curiosity. Okay. In response to that, we will kill it. Spell Pierce, okay. Alright, let's attack. It makes you choose this every time you attack, even if you're not using it, okay? Let's play Lightning. Deep Cavern Bat is a whiff. Okay. Stadium Headliner. I think we'll attack. And we'll shut down the Bat's block. So that doubles up the Frenzy Goblin's damage. Let's crack our research desk. Warleader's Call, Lightning Helix. I think I like Warleader's Call here. Play a Stadium Headliner. Play a land. Okay, looks like Enduring Curiosity. Sure. They draw 3 cards, totally fair. Okay, let's play Warleader's Call. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Let's attack. We will shut down Enduring Curiosity's block. Are they dead? Yeah, oh wow. Okay. Yeah. GG's. So, Dimir. I think we want Surge of Salvation against the black decks. Exercise is good against Enduring Curiosity. Probably want at least one of those. I could see possibly 2. Yeah, I think actually we'll only bring in 1 exercise. I mean, come to think of it, maybe we don't need the 3rd protection spell, just 3 Skrelv, 2 restoration magic. So we'll just bring in 1 exercise and board out maybe a braid. Okay, we've got Voice of Victory and Frenzied Goblin, which are both really good. This is a 1-lander though, but we also have Lightning. I think I'm going to keep this 1-lander. We're on the draw. We'll need to be a little lucky and draw a land in our first couple of turns. There's a bat. Okay, deck, I would like an untapped land off the top, if you please. If you could help me out. They take Mishra's, hoping to mana screw me. Okay, it looks like they succeed. We'll let them trade if they want. They choose not to, and we don't draw our second land. More Deep Cavern Bats. So this is an argument for having Surge of Salvation instead of Restoration Magic. I think maybe the Doorkeeper Thralls should come in. Take Lightning. Yeah, alright. Well, maximum punishments. Oh, I should have played my cheeky house mouse. It probably doesn't matter that much. Like, if we don't draw land soon, we just don't have a chance. Like, if they play an Enduring Curiosity here or something, it's probably over. No, they're just gonna map onto their bat. They have another bat on top. Preacher. Alright. Well, how much longer do we want to go on this? I mean, I think we'll just scoop now. So, we got maximally punished, but I think it was a good keep. Like, it's one of the best decks in Standard. We're a jank deck, so the odds are always against us. You know, we have to take chances. Bringing in Doorkeeper Thralls. Do I play the Final Fantasy games? Okay, Surge of Salvation is coming in as well. Cutting a Restoration Magic. Maybe we'll cut a Warleader's Call. And I think I want my Braid back, because I want to kill those stupid bats. So I'm going to cut Shock Brigade. And I'll cut a cheeky House Mouse, because most of their stuff, this isn't going to help us get through. I've played a whole lot of Final Fantasy Tactics, which is an amazing game. One of my favorite games ever. And this hand looks pretty good. We'll keep. I realized Lightning is the main character from Final Fantasy 13, which I started playing. Alright, let's attack with our headliner. I started playing Final Fantasy 13. Alright, they cut us down post-combat, thankfully. So let's play this Brynhildr. Alright, we exiled the Stadium Headliner, which we can play next turn. Or the turn after. So I played Final Fantasy 13 for like a minute. Or not. But Final Fantasy Tactics, I played a whole bunch. Siren. Skrelv. Okay. I think we'll attack. Shut down the Siren. Play Skrelv. Opponent passes. Alright. Let's attack with our goblin again. Yeah, we'll shut down the Siren. And we'll play Lightning. activating their sanctuary. Well, we'll protect lightning. Blood Pit's Drowner. Sure, gonna tap lightning, throw black. Alright, let's go ahead and bolt this land. We'll attack with our goblin. Shut down the Drowner. Play our duelist. Shieldred. Okay. So we can shut down 2 blockers here, actually. Shut down Shieldred. We'll attack. Shut down the flood pits. And we'll make this creature unblockable by blue creatures. We'll get into big attack here. We're leaving ourselves vulnerable to a cut down. They've already played 2. They could block our Frenzy Goblin with a Spyglass Star. They just take it. Okay, they're down to 5. They go to 7 with Shieldred. Go for the throw on lightning. Okay, Surge of Salvation. Not the best. I think we'll fire up our Bivouac. Attack like this. Shut down Shieldred's block. Which creature do we want to give a token to? I think we'll give it to... our Heartfire hero. And... make it unblockable by blue creatures. I didn't hold up white mana for Surge of Salvation, so... Alright, they're down to 3. Going up to 5 with Shelly. Which, yeah, they might as well attack, because it's not going to be able to block. Alright, they have another Shieldred. Do we actually have him here? We got him here, yeah. Totally got him. Bolt you. Attack. Shieldred can't block. That's GG's, wow. We beat Dimir. Crazy. That's one of the best decks in Standard. Weezer, the Crafty, will be our next opponent. One lander on the play. We have to mulligan this, unfortunately. Come on, deck. We have to mull this also. Alright, this we're gonna keep. And we'll bottom Amonkhet Raceway. And Lightning or the Summon Brynhildr? Probably Summon Brynhildr. We want Lightning, right? It's close. 2 one-liners in a row is brutal. Alright, let's get in there. Play our research desk. Freya Crescent. During your turn, Freya Crescent has flying. Okay, let's go ahead and just kill that so that we can get through our attack. Another stadium headliner. Well, let's crack our research desk. Find land number 3, please. Please, yes. Okay. Play this mountain. Attack with our dude. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to keep Skrelv there because I need to make my land drop. So let's play another headliner. Quarry Steel Cutter. Oh, look, free tokens. We're gonna take it. Free Prowess Trample Haste tokens. Play Lightning. Opponent stocks up. Boros Cutter is the thing now with Cloud. I mean, of course, Cutter is the thing with Cloud. So let's attack like so. Okay. Let's abrade the Quarry Steel Cutter. They take a boatload of damage, but they did kill both of our mobilize guy. Astrologian's Planosphere. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell and whenever you draw your third card each turn, put a swap counter on it. Okay, let's attack with lightning. Opponent ops. Okay. So I think we got the win here. Now, yeah, lightning's effect sticks around, so Bo3 for 6. Okay, we want High Noon. We want Surge of Salvation. We'll add 1 exercise. I think we'll cut a Cheeky House Mouse. We'll cut a Warleader's Call. And probably Get Lost. I hate giving maps to aggro decks. It's a bit better. Okay, yeah, I like this hand. We'll keep it. Well, yeah. We can Skrelv turn 1, summon on turn 2. We have a Sheltered by Ghosts. We have an Exercise for a Quarry Steel Cutter. Unfortunately, we're an aggro deck, so our mana base is like a bunch of pain lands. Includes pain lands, which I hate. Sorry about that. Adjusting my lighting a little bit. Alright, let's summon Brynhildr. And we'll just pass. Quarry Steel Cutter. We do have an Exercise. We also have a Sheltered by Ghosts. I think, however, we will just Exercise rather than Sheltered by Ghosts, because the Saga's going to go away. So we'll just Exercise the Quarry Steel Cutter. Vivi. Okay, we lose our summon. I think we've just got to abrade that before it starts doing stuff. And summon again. This thing has haste? Okay, cool. We've got our Dalkovan encampment ready to go. Slick shot. I would like a lightning to play this Sheltered by Ghosts on. Opera Love Song. Gets a Swift Spear and a Quarry Steel Cutter. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, they attack. Another encampment. Alright. I think we'll play... I guess we'll play our free land, and we'll play Warleader's Call. And attack. Oh, they lost both their cards from last turn? Oh, geez. It's not until the end of your next turn? Until your next end step. Okay. Monstrous Rage. Into the Flood Maw, gonna give us a fish. Okay. Ooh, Heartflame Duelist is pretty good. So let's play our Amonkhet Raceway. Let's Sheltered by Ghosts, our fish, on the Quarry Steel Cutter. Let's play Warleader's Call. Okay, Misha's research desk. Here's the encampment. Let's trigger our encampment. Swing with our fish, kill you? Okay, we take down Izzet's Cutter. Wow. Knocking down the meta standard decks. GG's. We'll be on the play against One Spar weekly. Our hand looks good. We've got red mana and 2 red 1-drops, so we'll keep. White mana will be helpful when it arises. Start on this headliner. Sweet. Got our white source. Let's attack with our headliner. Play planes, play Frenzied Goblin. Authority of the Consuls. Okay. Basically undoes the mobilize for now, but that won't be true when we have... What? Oh, I paid the red for it? Oh, this card is so dumb. Okay, I accidentally paid red for it. We should be able to drop lightning right now, but because of that, we're not going to be able to. Wow, that's terrible. I've never played with this card. So it always makes you choose a target, and then you have to tell it not to spend the mana, or else it will spend the mana. Warleader's Call. Well, I think we want to play that. Alright, they're a bounce deck, it looks like. Gonna kill our headliner. Decline. So are they just a mill deck?
For the sake of Phyrexia, I will keep watch. Heal.
Okay. Let's play research now. Are they going to sweep us? It's very likely they'll sweep us. Play research desk. Do I want to play lightning? It's pretty likely they're going to have a sweeper, right? I think I'll just helix the Jace so they can't draw cards.
Become subdued.
Yeah, they're just a bounce deck. Hopeless Nightmare. We'll discard Cheeky House Mouse, I guess. Alright, let's crack our desk. Another mouse and a headliner. I think we'll grab the headliner. Alright, a bivouac. So we'll play the headliner. I want them to get rid of this nowhere to run before I play Cloud or Lightning. So I think I'll just crack my research desk. Another research desk and Amonkhet Raceway. I think I want another research desk. Fear of Isolation, bounce the Hopeless Nightmare. Alright. So we lose Lightning. Alright, research desk. Actually, I think I'll just fire up my bivouac here. We'll be able to kill the Jace, actually. Which is good.
A minor setback to Phyrexia's plan.
Hope. So their mill intimidation campaign. Let's crack our research desk. Land. Play land. Fire up the bivouac. Attack. That guy can't block. beef up the bivouac, I guess. Double block. Okay. Sure. Sheltered by ghosts. Okay, there's lightning. Let's summon Brynhildr. Cheeky house mouse. We'll attack with our frenzied goblin. We'll play lightning. The water crystal. So they are gaining a bunch of life. We're gonna need to find some removal. Okay, I mean, we can do a lot of damage to them. Research desk. Crack it. Why are you not using my uncolored mana? Heartflame Duelist Burst Lightning. Let's burst lightning. Let's sneak by. Beef up our summon. Attack. Doesn't matter, we're declining. Let's kill this thing, because the damage from the burst lightning is doubled. We can pay the ward. Get back our war leader's call. Reload. Gonna get in for 2. Gonna mill us some. We do lose our summon, unfortunately. Let's do some research. Crack it. Get lost. Let's attack. You can't block. Nowhere to run. Gonna kill lightning. Oops, did I not pay red? I did. Okay. So now They're just gonna make me discard lightning. I have to hold up, get lost, or I'm dead. So they're just a bounce deck with extra steps. Actually, they milled us. Okay. So we want Doorkeeper Thralls. We want Giant Cinder Maws. We want Wiltleaf Liege. Exercise. Maybe Surge of Salvation. Blank those no-order runs. That's a lot of cards to board in. We can cut Warleader's Call. Like, I think we just kind of have to shave a little bit across the board. Not stuff that can kill creatures, though. This is a very unscientific sideboarding method. Guess we'll cut a duelist. Cut a research desk. Actually, I think we're going to need our research desk since we're going down a Brynhildr. We gotta cut something, though. Yeah, alright. We'll cut a research desk. And one Skrelv, maybe? Alright, well, yeah. We got a 1-drop and a 2-drop and some stuff. So we'll go with this. We don't have any sideboard cards, but I don't think I really can mulligan this hand to search for sideboard cards. Hopefully our desk can help us find something. Alright, play a Shock Brigade. Alright, Scrabbling Skull Crab. Well, let's go ahead and kill that. And I think we'll play our tap land. Another one. Alright, let's play a research desk. Crack it. Wiltleaf Liege. It's not in our hand, unfortunately. But it's something we can play. Doesn't really do anything. It's just a 4/4. Fear of Isolation, bounce the Hopeless Nightmare. Can I draw a Wildleaf Liege? Frenzied Goblin. So I'm going to lose my Liege if I don't play it here. I could attack with Stadium Headliner and kill the Fear of Isolation or the Crab. Then I wouldn't be able to play Wildleaf Liege. Wildleaf Liege is just a 4/4. Which means it doesn't die to... Yeah, I think I do want to play it. So we're gonna not attack this turn. Let's play our Liege. Play our Frenzied Goblin. Four does not die to Nowhere to Run, importantly. Sheltered by ghosts. Well, we don't have any cards in hand on the plus side. Doorkeeper Thrill, you would have been so good a while ago. I think I do want to hold it up. So... let's play a research desk and crack it. Surge of Salvation, Giant Cinder Maw. We want the Giant Cinder Maw. I'm gonna pass. Authority of the Consuls. Alright. Play the Doorkeeper Thrall now. We need to kill this crab. Fear of Isolation. So it's a cost. Okay. Play our Cindermaw. Play Summon. Pass. We need to find a removal spell. Or two. Jace.
Kapask. Imasahak. Organic minds are easily quelled.
Okay. Lightning should help us set up a lethal attack. Lightning. Hasty, but it's tapped. Stadium Headliner is also tapped. I think it's possible next turn we can just kill them. I'm not sure. They're at 10. I haven't done all the math, but we'll see. Another sheltered by ghosts. Alright, well, if we don't draw removal, then we're not gonna... we have no chance. We also have sheltered by ghosts. Restoration magic. That would have been good a little while ago. Research. Restoration magic. Planes. Man, none of this helps. Do we even have any answers left to their stuff? Some. Alright, we can at least shut that down and gain some life. We can't gain life, actually, because of the Cindermaw. Well, I mean, we're not getting anywhere by doing what we're doing. So I think what we're doing is firing this up. And we're going Leroy to your face. And you cannot block. You will get a counter. Okay. My Cindermaw is indestructible. I get lightning back from this. Oh, they're just dead. They can't gain life either. All right, sweet. We went wide enough that we could get around all their stuff. Let's bring in another Heartflame Duelist. Nah, I don't know. I think we just run it back. How's it going? Oh, that's a 0 lander. So, mulligan. Opponent kept 7. Okay. Yeah. This is fine. We'll keep and bottom. What's a bottom here? All this stuff is good. I guess the burst lightning, it doesn't actually kill the crab. The only thing it really kills is a pixie. Okay, I think burst lightning goes to the bottom. So we again don't have sideboard tech, but we have better cards than we've been starting with lately. So I'm just gonna play this tap land. Is that an enchantment? It's not. Okay, let's play Voice of Victory. Nowhere to run. Yup. Well, now we got nothing to place Sheltered by Ghosts on. I think we 100% exercise that. Lauren. Heartflame Duelist. Okay. So let's play our research desk. And pass? Let's just do this now while they're tapped out. They could have like, they haven't shown any counters, but just in case they have like Spell Pierce or something, that would be a disaster. Sheltered by Ghosts. Okay. Playing Sheltered by Ghosts without any protection is rough, but the removal they've shown, it's nowhere to run plus Sheltered by Ghosts. Let's play this Headliner. I can't pay the ward, so I'm not going to Shelter this turn. Fear of Isolation bounces Sheltered by Ghosts. Okay. Unable to scream on my dude. Okay. Sheltered by Ghosts. My other dude. They're down to one card. So I don't want to chump this because we can actually Sheltered by Ghosts. We can still play Sheltered by Ghosts on our Heartflame Duelist. That is our only creature. So we kind of have to. They actually haven't shown Momentum Breaker yet. All right, let's crack our research desk. Doorkeeper Thrall, where were you moments ago? Draw land. Okay. Well, we also can Shelter stuff by Ghosts. Get rid of Lauren. Pay the ward. They're gonna draw cards, sure. No attack. We're gonna hold up our Doorkeeper Thrall. Oh wait, did we lose it? Oh, it was off the research desk, wasn't it? Oops. Oh no. I had to play it right there. I forgot I cracked that desk last turn. Okay, that was a mistake. Opponent just passes though. Amonkhet Raceway. So we can play this, crack it. Let's play the research desk. Crack it. Wiltleaf Liege or Frenzied Goblin. I think we'll take a Wiltleaf Liege. Let's attack. Kill your thing. Oh no. I'm so dumb. Wow, I just totally punted this game away. I could have stopped their block. I screwed up in like every conceivable way. Ah, man. That's painful. That is so painful. Oh, jeez. A chain reaction of punt. Oh, jeez. So, there were many, many ways I could have played that better. I could have activated this pre-combat to make that Fear of Isolation not able to attack me. I could have played this Frenzy Goblin before making that attack, so that I could have been able to kill the Fear of Isolation with my dude. So, Punt City. Opponent's not doing much, though. Alright, Frenzy Gobbo. Lightning. If only I had one white mana untapped. More cards. Now they're gonna remove lightning. Well, they don't actually. They just make it a 1/3. The water crystal. So its ability still triggers actually. Wow. Is it possible we're gonna win this game? Let's summon Brynhildr. Get our free card. Stadium Headliner. Okay. Let's attack with this Bivouac. We'll give the bonus to our Frenzied Goblin. Actually, we'll give it to Lightning. Oh, Lightning doesn't have any abilities anymore, so I guess it doesn't matter. Play a cheeky house mouse. I can still play that Stadium Headliner next turn. Okay. Opponent's drawing cards for both of us. Okay, Battlefield Forge. We'll start on Voice of Victory. So if you're gonna cast something now, you gotta do it now. Each opponent mills cards equal to the... Okay. So they're gonna mill us for a bunch. Okay. Nowhere to run. Okay. We will give it hexproof. Nowhere to run is targeting... What's it targeting? The cheeky house mouse, right? It's targeting the cheeky house mouse. Okay. A little hard to see. Our mouse has hexproof. That resolves. Our voice is hasty. Let's activate our bivouac. Attack for a bunch. We'll give the counter to our frenzy goblin this time. Oh, we got him to 1. But we mistapped our mana, so we don't get to cast our Stadium Headliner. We will next turn still, because this still gets a Saga token counter. They're at 1, and they're facing a wide board, including 2 mobilized creatures. So I think it's possible we got it. We'll see. Lured. I also can exercise the unable to scream now. Intimidation campaign, yeah. Fear of isolation to bounce the intimidation campaign. Brings them up to 3. That's not going to be enough. Authority of the consuls doesn't do anything. Alright, we got there. Wow. 4 is still not going to be enough for them, unfortunately. Yeah, we got there. Okay. I mean, I tried as hard as I could to punt that away, but we still got there, so I'm impressed. Let's ban this bot here. Emu will be our next opponent. We're on the draw. We've got a research desk. I think because we have a research desk, we can keep this. You can't actually cast anything. But we're on the draw with a research desk, so we'll find white mana. Alright, marauding Mako, so they're like a monument deck. Profs. Alright, I really would like to find white mana here if possible. Which it is not possible. I guess I'll take the Heartflame Duelist, because next turn I can cast its Adventure to kill this, hopefully. Assuming I draw land. Tursa, rather. Very good card. So that's now going to be a 4/4, so I can no longer kill it. Alright. Well, now we're in big trouble. I actually can't kill any of their stuff. Yeah, we're actually just dead. I can't cast any blockers, because all of my actual creatures are white. I can cast a Heartflame Slash, but it's not actually big enough to kill either of these creatures. So we're just dead. Wow, okay. Clunky draw from us. Super aggro draw from our opponents. So they're that kind of deck, eh? We want High Noon. And we want Exercise. Pretty sure that's it. I think Warleader's call, as good as it is, we can always, like, cut one when sideboarding. It's kind of win more. If we execute our game plan, we don't really need it. I think we can cut a cheeky house mouse. We'll go down a couple of house mice. All right. This is a one lander. Our land is tapped. The only thing we can cast is Skrelv. This is a mulligan, unfortunately. Into another one lander. This hand is it's really good if we draw some lands. I'm gonna risk it and keep this. Again, we're a janky deck. Our opponent's playing meta, so the odds are always against us. We need to opt for high risk lines, I think, to win games in general. Phoenix down. All right, well, we missed our land drop. At least it's a dual land. That's true, yes. Okay, we again miss our land drop. Steam Core Scholar. Spell Pierce. Alright, we miss our land drop again. They discarded a Spell Pierce, so I have to think that they have one in hand. If we can ever draw land number 2... This thing has Vigilance, yep. Torch on Skrelv, okay. Sure, why not? FOMO. I have to think that we're just way too far behind to get... They have the Phoenix down plus the Abhorrent Occulus. Alright, we do finally draw land number 2, but it's far too late now. We can exercise their Phoenix down. Actually, they don't have to... This is not sorcery speed, so they can just activate it in response. We can exercise the Oculus. The Voice of Victory is good against them, but it's just like... It's good on turn 2, not on turn, like, 4 or 5. Yeah, they get the Oculus. Sheltered by ghosts. Okay. So we're actually just dead to their flyers. We can exercise... We can't even pay the ward to exercise the Oculus, so we're dead. Well, maximally punished for keeping the one lander, but what can you do? Magic just be like that sometimes. Alright, Fridaya 92, the Crafty, will be our final opponent. Will be on the play. Look, we have lands this time. That's good. We'll keep. We even have, like, a mana curve. Imagine that. Hedge Maze. Okay, so they might be just like a domain deck. Signs point to domain. So, Voice of Victory, Warleader's Call turn 3 should be really good. That's a lot of damage. Alright, they get lost our Voice of Victory. We will play Warleader's Call. If I can untap with this Restoration Magic, I would feel much better. If we can just dodge like a Leyline Binding. Can they even play it yet? They can't, actually. High Noon? Oh, that's fine. I don't care about that at all. Let's explore. Okay, we draw land. That's good. I think we'll just attack. Play a Bivouac. Play this Research Desk. We have Restoration Magic up. Leyline Binding. Exile target. So, does its ability go on the stack when it ETBs? I think it does, right? Or does it just happen? Okay, I think we have our chance to respond. Yeah, let's Restoration Magic. Okay. And I think that's GG. Yep, we can just activate our Bivouac. Alright, so it looks like Domain. But they're running High Noon. Exercise is okay. What do we even fetch with the Stone Brain? We could fetch Zur. Zur is horrible. Yeah, I'm going to bring in the Stone Brain. And I think we can cut Burst Lightning. Anything else we need? Oh, Cinder Maw for sure. For sure. Burst Lightning and Lightning Helix actually aren't great. Lightning Helix can end the game quicker, which does mean there's an argument for that. I want both my Cinder Maws. We can cut a Warleader's Call. Let's try this. Okay, again, our hand looks pretty good. I like Voice of Victory. Cinder Maw is a good card against them. We'll keep. Beans! So do I need to get lost the beans right now? I think so. I think you need to kill the beans ASAP. Alright. Let's play our Voice of Victory. Please don't tap both our white mana. Okay, phew. More beans. Yet even more beans. Okay. Alright, encampment is good. So we'll attack with our voice. Get in there for a good chunk. Cast our Cinder Maw. We have Restoration Magic up. They can't gain life if they get Zur. Day of Judgments. Okay. We'll make our Cindermaw indestructible, I think. Okay, I think we want to activate our encampments. Oh, it tapped all my white sources to do that. Why did it tap my mana that way? So now my opponent knows I'm shields down. Leyline Binding. Draw 2 cards. The auto tapper is just so stupid sometimes. It's aggravating. Okay, let's play this Voice of Victory. Do we Sheltered by Ghost the Leyline Binding? I don't think we need to do that this turn. I think that we summon this turn. Temporary lockdown. I mean, yeah, that's a good card against us. Overlord. It gets their beans though, so there's that. Play our headliner. Zur. Yep, now I don't think we can win. And it stays unimpeded. So I think we have to Sheltered the Leyline Binding. In response, Leyline Binding. Okay. Yeah, we're not beating that. They're gonna gain another, like, 13 life or something on their turn. So, let's bring in Surge of Salvation. I think we can cut a Braid. We need things that can kill Zur. Yeah, I think this is what we got. Okay, I mean, this is reasonably aggressive draw with a Voice of Victory and a Restoration Magic. Let's see how this goes. Headliner. Beza. Alright, let's play Voice of Victory. Authority of the Consuls. So that basically counteracts the mobilize. For now. Let's play Lightning. Come on, Lightning, we need you. It doesn't counteract it once Lightning is in effect. So we need lightning to survive. Right, and darn it, if only we had one more mana. Okay. So let's play our summon. Get our free card. Sheltered by ghosts. That's a good one. Leyline binding. Protect it. Okay. So now we can sheltered by ghosts on authority of the consoles. Opponent scoops it up. All right. Wow. We actually beat like Matt Nass Pro Tour winning domain. Crazy. All right. Our final results with our Lightning Army of One aggro deck was a 4-1. And hey, that's a good result. We beat some meta decks too. We beat Dimir, which is one of the best decks in Standard. We beat a Corey Steelcutter Izzet deck. And we beat, the Matt Nass Pro Tour winning domain deck, which you don't see very much these days, but it's still a powerhouse and still can have some dominant wins. So yeah, the deck is really good and it's fun too. Lightning is really good if you can protect it. It makes for incredibly explosive combat steps just out of nowhere. Like, this deck will just win you the game in combat if you have a wide board like we do. So I didn't think this would work that well, but it worked pretty well. Much better than I thought. The question, of course, is like, is this actually a better aggro deck than like the mouse decks? And probably not. The one thing that it has going for it is like sometimes the mice deck run white, so that they have access to sheltered by ghosts and like protection spells. So is this better than a Boros version of the mouse deck that's running Heartfire Heroes, Manifold Mouse, Monstrous Rage, and Sheltered by Ghosts? I feel like it isn't. It maybe has the advantage of it goes a little bit wider than those decks, so it's not quite as susceptible to spot removal as those decks are. Then again, like Heartfire Hero is just such a kind of a bad idea to spot remove it because it does a bunch of damage when it dies. So although this deck did very well, I don't think it's like better than the mouse decks, sadly. But I did think Lightning was very good, and I have ideas for another type of deck using Lightning that might be better than this one, actually. I think there's another way you can go with this card that perhaps leverages it about as well as this deck and makes it differentiates it more from the aggro decks, and might be a better way to go. So look forward to seeing that in the future iteration of my stream. But yeah, I think the deck worked reasonably well. I think there could be some improvement to the mana base. You know, these Dalkovan encampments sometimes are a little tricky. They're very good, but a lot of the time they're going to enter the battlefield tapped, which you don't want. Maybe you should just play some more basic lands. I hate these battlefield forges, but that's just the reality of meta in Standard these days. So I think you might want another planes or two. I don't think we ever triggered Amonkhet Raceway. Actually, I liked the summon Brynhildr. It was pretty clutch in giving our creatures haste. The fact that it goes away is kind of a bummer, but it's not very often that you have a 2 mana effect that gives your creatures haste, like a creature that can attack itself and gives your other creatures haste. That's something that's kind of unique. in standard right now. So I think it's actually good just for that reason. So I was definitely iffy on this card, but I think it actually worked quite well in the deck. I think our sideboard was solid. Giant Cindermaw was clutch. Like all of our sideboard cards had their moment where they were clutch. Well, except maybe the Stonebrain, which we never drew. But we did actually play Wildleaf Liege as a 4/4 in the match against the enchantment deck, and it won the game for us basically. So yeah, I think it's a cool, fun aggro build. It's not like the tippy top of the meta, but as we demonstrated tonight, it certainly can win some games, and it can even beat some good decks. So that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed watching me play standard lightning aggro. If you did, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I do stream Magic the Gathering on my Twitch channel every Tuesday and Friday. There's a link to this Twitch in the description if you want to come hang out. Check out the action in real time. Anyway, hope you all have a great weekend. See you next week.